the Volkswagen Golf GTI, the coolest hot hatch on the market, with red accent stripes.
Wait, what is that thing?
Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Car Mates. I'm Nate.
I'm Zach.
And we have today Hyundai's 2021 Veloster N.
With a manual transmission. This could be the new king of hot hatches.
It very well could be, and it sounds great.
That being said, we're going to push this race flag button. Ready? You hear that exhaust?
That sounded awesome.
Just pop, 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 pop.
It's powered by Hyundai's 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo. Puts out 275 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Pretty good.
It's pretty good. The 0 to 60 on this car is about 6.2 seconds.
On paper.
Yeah, so it's like a fraction of a second quicker than the GTI.
That's not too bad considering it's manual.
And it's only front-wheel drive.
Yes, and this isn't the DCT. So apparently the DCT does 5.1 seconds.
Yeah, it almost shaves a whole second off.
Almost shaves a whole second off. So this is Hyundai's 6-speed, which has been in the Veloster since the start of it. Nothing new.
Yep. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. But it shifts nicely. It's very smooth. The throws are short.
What's the clutch like?
The clutch is very light. I remember I got in it and I stalled it right away. And then, oh, you hear that? I lifted my toe and the thing stalled.
It sounds so good because it has variable exhaust valves.
People spend how much money on exhaust systems to sound like this? You can just buy this from the dealership.
It is always great when you can just buy a car from the dealership and it sounds fantastic.
And when we switch the driving mode back to normal,
variable exhaust.
you don't need, there's
valve.
nothing. Now we're just in a daily driving.
Shuts it off.
The suspension, when you're in N mode, is rough. You can feel it when we're hitting like stones. It's like, it feels like I'm in an open wheel car.
Yeah. So what other modes have we got?
So we hit this big blue drive button here, drive mode. We got sport, normal, eco. I think sport is just N, but with a quieter exhaust.
Yeah.
So when you go to the menu, you can go to custom and you see this
N
cluster.
mode is clearly
Just everything's like
everything
maxed.
This is clearly track mode.
Yes, this car was built to be able to go to the track and still be able to drive home after.
Fuel economy?
Fuel economy, because it's a hatchback, it's single digits. We've got 9.5 liters per 100 kilometers.
Pretty good.
That is pretty good, especially for a race car hatchback, but you still get just as much fun. You still get just as much fun as a big V8, and you're saving way more on fuel.
What's the steering like? Steering's obviously really stiff.
Steering's really tight. We're gonna Tesla steering into a 90-degree bend, second gear. Oh, it's tight. Like it doesn't, there's no feeling of slipping.
I like it.
It's a crazy car. Do you like the looks of it?
Okay, so this particular model, obviously being an N-line, I like the paint, that metallic.
Yes.
What's it called?
Shooting star.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the paint. I didn't even know the 3-door meant literally 3 doors. I thought the 3-door was the hatch was counted as a door.
Yeah,
and then
well, that's how it is. So technically this is a 4-door if you want to get that term, but no,
So
it has 3 man doors.
So then I showed up, I'm like, oh, there's actually a door on one side, on the passenger side, and the driver's side doesn't have a door. That's pretty cool. It's like the Hyundai's little quirk.
Yes.
All right, I want to drive.
Yeah, I'll let you drive. You've been wanting to.
All right.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, she boogies.
She torques.
Nice.
Yeah, it's definitely faster than the Golf.
Yeah, I would say so.
So, back to the exterior. The headlights, you got your basic headlights, and your daytime running lights are like the individual LED lights. The modern trend is the straight LED bars right now, but this one goes back a little bit. So the rear taillights almost look like the Lamborghini Urus when they light up.
I love that.
Yeah, like the way the LEDs fork off on the taillights. But my favorite part about the tail end is the spoiler has the little middle F1 light.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
That's cool.
If that blinked when you were stopping, like hitting the brakes, and it just like flashed, that'd be so sweet.
My favorite is probably the front. I like the front of it.
I like the way the red accents come up like tusks.
The rims are pretty cool. They could also, if they were just all black, it'd be a
Yeah.
lot cooler, but that's a simple fix. But the stock rims themselves...
Spacers. I'd put spacers on this
Put
thing.
spacers on it, and I think they're average.
Now this car, being the N, I don't know if it stands for Nürburgring, but the N line was inspired by the Nürburgring.
Okay.
So I guess we could say that N stands for Nürburgring. But it doesn't. But it does.
Let's just pretend it does.
Let's pretend it does, because they got it from the Nürburgring. That being said, this car has a lot of aerodynamic things on it that work. Down by the fog lights, we actually have vents that are pushing air to the tires on the front and on the back. We got a diffuser on the back. We got a spoiler, fake carbon fiber on the sides of the spoiler.
It definitely looks very sporty.
Oh yeah, it does.
Very
Without
sporty.
being, again, it's not Civic Type R in your face sporty,
Yeah.
but it's way more sporty than
Yeah.
pretty much. It looks.
The other hot hatches for sure.
It's definitely way more sportier than a Golf R or a GTI.
Oh yeah.
The Focus RS doesn't have red accents all over it, just that gives it an aggressiveness. This car, it's also got N badges all over it, front, side, and on the back. Also on the back, we've got these two massive exhaust pipes coming off. And they are loud, they crackle, they pop, as you've heard, obviously. I think this car's sweet.
Yeah, I do. And honestly, the interior is actually pretty cool too.
Yes, the interior, let's talk about that. The wheel's nice, we got these nice blue accents everywhere.
I like the leather and the blue stitching, the N-line badge.
I think if they added the 12 o'clock ring with the blue, I think that would have just been like the cherry on top.
Yes, absolutely, that would have been. I like the two blue N-line mode and normal drive mode buttons.
I like how they just gave you one button, like, don't cycle through the modes, just go right to N mode.
Just click right to N mode.
There's one button for that.
That's cool. That is cool.
For materials, there's a lot of hard plastics. Like, they're solid, they're not like cheap. You don't feel like you're gonna break anything, but everywhere is hard plastics. You got like a nice different finish on the dash here. The infotainment, it's nice. If you're taking this to track, you've got everything you need on the screen. It's really sweet. The way they lay it out, it's nice and simple. We have, my favorite, hard buttons and dials.
Yeah.
You can pretty much do everything with the buttons. It's really cool. I like it a lot. That being said, more track things. These seats.
Awesome.
They're pretty solid.
They are pretty much the closest thing to a full-blown bucket seat that we've been in so far.
That you would put in a daily driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gear shift is okay. I mean, I don't really like the design. The syringe style is really weird. And I don't know, I just don't think it looks very cool.
I like this little design. I like the design of it. I'm not a fan of the syringe. I'd rather push down to go to reverse.
The doors are very basic. Literally just door handle, plastic. What are the back seats like?
Back seats, as someone who is 6'2", you have to climb in one side. I banged my head off the one time. I fit back there, but it's a struggle. And my head touches because the fastback slope look. So the glove box, it's got a normal size glove box. It's pretty big, way bigger than other trucks we've done. But we got USB chargers, 12 volt plugs. Steering wheel's heated, seats are heated. Got a push button start, that's nice, I like those.
It also has no sunroof.
Doesn't have a sunroof because you're not worried about sunroof when your exhaust is going.
That is true.
So the trunk on this car is, from what we've been driving, this car is more fun than the GTI. As a GTI owner, I'm saying it, this car is more fun. But practicality, not as good.
No.
But the hatch itself, you open the hatch, and then it goes down like a trunk, and you've got where the taillights come in, wrapping around to get in your way.
Yeah.
So you have room. There's a lot of room inside of this. There's way more room inside of this than it looks from the outside. I'll give it that. But the accessibility to get into it is limited because of the design.
Yeah. So we've been comparing this car a lot to other hot hatches. So what actually are the competitors?
Yes, so this car is priced to compete with the GTI, the Focus ST, a WRX, and a Civic Si. But the performance specs are pushing what I would like to call the super hot hatches, which are like your Golf R, your Focus RS, and your Civic Type R. That's why I think this car is probably considered now the new king of hot hatches, because it's the most affordable for the most fun. All right, so I guess that wraps up the review of the 2021 Veloster N.
Hang on one more time.
Oh my God. Pop! So sweet. Anyways, that wraps up the review. This car is awesome. If you live in a place with terrible roads, don't get one. If you're contemplating this GTI Focus ST, I would probably pick this.
I like it. I like it. You
Yes.
did say to me, trust me, you'll like it. And like I said to you, I was
Yes.
like, I don't like Velosters. I don't think they look cool. And you said, trust me, you'll like it.
This car is
You are correct.
awesome.
But it is 85% because of the sound. And it's actually really quick.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. See you next time.